Hello everybody. It is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and welcome back to day 7 of Joystiq Screams. Uh,
Woo!
woo! My name is Anthony John Agnello, Joystiq Community Manager, and I am joined today by contributing editor Danny Cowan. Hello, Danny.
Hey, you guys, you ready to be scared?
Let's. I like this. Like
Or
you.
more accurately, you ready to be creeped out?
Yeah, are you ready to be really uncomfortable? I think is what we're gonna go with. Today we are playing Rule of Rose, a survival horror, technically, game
Once upon a
made
time,
by
there was
Punchline.
a precious
This is worth
little
this,
girl,
watching and paying attention to this
the
intro is
friend,
worthwhile
the
uh,
princess of the
because it's
More
complete nonsense
Joystiq.
and it won't
Was
make any sense
always
once we start the game.
at her side.
Okay, I'll pay attention.
Then one day, her mummy and daddy died suddenly.
There's the
And
vaguest
the poor
semblance at the
little
beginning
girl
of this
was sent
that
away
there will be a plot
to a
that you can follow.
strange house.
I
But-
guess it quickly unravels.
They're all lies. It's all lies, Danny. It starts out almost as sensically as Clock Tower 3 does, where you're like, oh, there's a young lady who's in an unfortunate situation.
hmm And then
Jennifer,
you're in World War
Jennifer.
II.
And then World War
Play
II.
with me, Jennifer. Read the story. Please read the
This
story.
is Jennifer. And Jennifer, Jennifer
What
appears to
happens
be
next?
older than the other characters that you run into.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, Jennifer is
What's this?
like, you want to do like a psychological deep read of this game. You want to like start applying like J.M. Barrie, Lewis Carroll rules to it, and it just doesn't work
Wait,
because
please.
because it becomes so bananas so quickly.
If anything, this was inspired by Grimm's fairy tales, the developers said.
Oh yeah,
Specifically the really dark, extra weird ones that they don't read to children anymore.
I remember that they did like a really great post-mortem on Gama Sutra right after this game came out, and it's like the only text about the game in the world. March 1930, The Little Princess. See, it all seems normal right now. And then in 10 minutes, I'll be on a haunted airship.
Cool. Tim C42, what platforms was this on? This is a PlayStation 2 exclusive.
Yep, PlayStation 2 only.
Released around 2006, I think.
Right at the end of 6. Once upon a time, there was a precious little girl. Then one day, her mommy and daddy died suddenly. The princess, too, disappeared, leaving the girl all alone. There's your airship in the illustrations there. And that is it. Can I? Oh, you find more of the book later. This is another one like Haunting Ground that actually looks pretty good still.
It's got a nice style to it. The PS2 had been out long enough where they could really put some good graphics out.
Man, but yeah, like the last new release I ever played on PS2 was whatever Sakura Wars they released here finally.
Oh yeah,
And
that came out way late.
yeah, and that was like 2010, like 10 years after the freaking machine came out. And it was amazing how right up into the end they kept improving like the visual quality you got out of this system.
Yeah, they really kept pushing it, and it lasted a super long time. Like in terms of actual retail releases.
Let me see if I can jack up the brightness for everybody. This is a very dark game. I mean, conceptually, sure, but I mean, like, visually dark. Because right now she is just running through the, Limesy Limes, how old is this woman supposed to be? She has an amazing granny run. She's doing the horror fun run!
This is another fun run game.
Yeah, everybody does the fun run in horror games.
Your PS2 horror game, you gotta have a dog, you gotta do the fun run.
Yep, that's the way it goes. It sounded strangely familiar, the dog barking. Did it, Jennifer? I imagine it did. Uh, she's doing the fun run. I think she's supposed to be like, she is supposed to be in her older teens. She's like 16 or 17.
Hmm.
Because they do the, like, we were talking about, like, doing, like, the J.M. Barrie, it's a rusted well. It's a nice fountain.
Nice fountain.
Nice fountain. There's an old padlock. Alright, yeah. There's no scissor guy. There's no hammer guy, there's no scissor guy in this. I will
Oh,
say
that's a
that.
shame. Is it really just little girls who attack you through the game?
So, there is, like, it's impossible to spoil this game. Because you can't, like, be like, oh, I'm going to ruin the story, because the story doesn't make a goddamn lick of sense. Like,
I would ruin it, but I can't explain it.
yeah, I would, like, maybe I could ruin it. And I know that, like, somebody made a Rule of Rose wiki, like, back when, and, like, they've explained what's actually happening. But there is a grown man who looks like Marv from Sin City. And I guess he's supposed to have been, like, a janitor who went, like, crazy at this orphanage and may have killed these kids. And he's the final boss of the game. And
Mhm.
I am probably misremembering this. Like I said, it's been a while, and I played it. I shotgunned this game in one go. But I think you get rid of him at the end of the game by giving him a gun with which he commits suicide.
Oh,
Yeah,
what a
which
nice game.
yeah, it's really an upper.
This is a real bright spot, a real ray of sunshine.
This is a prequel to Katamari Damacy.
Makes sense. Now, from what I've read about this game, the whole theme is that there's these little girl children who have
Mhm.
pretty much grown up without adult supervision, so they're really, really terrifying.
Yeah, like they are the aristocrats of the Red Crayon or something, and they are a gang of, like, prepubescent girls who are monstrous to each other, just horrible. Uh, but again, like, it's not necessarily that they grew up without parents, because you would need to have a coherent backstory for that to happen. And coherence is just not where Rule of Rose excels.
Well, good. I'm already lost then.
Yeah, this. So, my favorite, and, like, we won't get this far, but my favorite part of the game is you get to, like, the 6th chapter or so, and you do get trapped on this airship. Like, you start going between this airship and the orphanage where I'm about to walk into. And you start to, like, feel a little bit more confidence in what's going on. Like,
Mhm.
you're like, all right, well, Jennifer now has the respect of the aristocrats of the Red Crayon, and, you're starting to feel, like, a little bit less hunted. And because every survival horror game sort of has that moment where, like, you're like, I know how the rules work, I have some supplies, maybe everything's going to be okay. And the music
Yeah.
reflects that. You get, like, this really, like, chapter 6 has this really cool, creepy, jaunty piano tune. And when you walk down the hall of the airship, there are just flower petals and grass falling from the ceiling everywhere you go.
Hmm.
It's the weirdest imagery. Oh, here's two of our friends now. You'll see them in about a couple of seconds. But there are two little girls wearing paper bags over their heads, with cats drawn on the paper bags, beating something in a sack with a stick.
Ugh. Yeah, see, that's what makes this game kind of different, because it explores the fact that children can be terrifying.
terrifying.
Because they haven't really grown up yet to learn the rules that we've decided on as a society. Like, hey, maybe don't hit sacks of things with sticks.
Yeah, don't do
Don't,
it.
don't kill people. Don't be creepy children. Things
And
like that.
it's not like scary children like The Ring. It's like they're not ghost kids. They're actually scary kids.
Yeah, these are just warped kids who grew up wrong, and that is the scariest thing in the world.
These are just kids that grew up on their video games. Let me tell you.
Well, that'll do it.
Here we go. I have to give them my pass. I am already making way better progress than I did when I was playing Resident Evil 2 a couple of days ago.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
I was a little rusty.
Yeah, I tuned in, and you just resumed from a save point, and Leon was limping and not looking so good.
Yeah, dude. That is a game. So like, I've beaten it multiple times doing the both scenarios maneuver, and like I used to be able to do it so I could beat Leon's scenario in 2 hours and 30 minutes, so Claire would have the infinite bazooka. And not the way I was playing, let me tell you.
Yeah, back in the day I could get the rocket launcher in Resident Evil 1, but definitely not anymore. That game is only hazily remembered.
Legend of Stray Dog. Stray Dog gives us sweets. God, whatever, Rule of Rose, come on. Rule of Rose.
That doesn't make sense, you kids.
You damn kids! Get off my lawn! Yeah, it's just empty cages. See, like right off the bat, I like that this is aggressively creepy in a way that like Silent Hill was not, or Resident Evil was not. Like this is like a regular place with only very slightly off-kilter things happening.
Yeah, it's doing a good job with setup here. No zombie dogs have jumped through a window yet.
I say that, and then Hammer Guy just shows up. Oh, Jennifer!
Remember me?
God, Hammer Guy! Get out of here, man!
You get away from that fountain!
You're not supposed to be in this! Enemies just haunt you between multiple PlayStation 2 games. It's like an episode of Reboot.
That one's for all the 90s kids out there.
Yeah, there you go, 90s kids.
I love your Canadian CG animation.
God, this is actually creepy. Maybe I will play through this again. This
you say that now.
Yeah, I say that now. This is not tank controls, by the way. This is like actually decent analog control.
That's cool. I imagine by 2006 they learned their lesson.
You're getting some of that sweet Yutaka Minobi score here. The unlucky girl felt the chilling gaze of many eyes upon her. Ew.
Yodel says Reboot was awesome but terrible. Hey, there's a running theme here.
Yeah. I think we've
awesome but terrible.
I think we've settled on something.
We mentioned this before the show, but this game was developed by Punchline, who only made one other game, and that was Tulip, another PS2 game which is awesome but terrible, and I wouldn't recommend anyone play it, even though I love it. I actually played all the way through Tulip, and that was an experience.
That is a noble effort right there.
That game is actually impossible without the manual, so don't even try unless you get a complete copy.
Tulip, by the way, everyone in the chat, is a game where the point is all about... Oh, Susan Arndt has informed everyone. Yeah, it's all about kissing people on the face.
Yeah, it's pretty much Animal Crossing, where the object is to kiss everyone in town. Yeah. And if you don't kiss them at the right time, they murder you.
It's Animal Crossing with no respect for personal space.
Yeah, it's Animal Crossing with game overs.
Actually, yeah, that's, Animal Crossing with no respect for personal space. I don't think there's any respect for personal space in Animal Crossing.
Oh no. You just wander into people's houses. sit on their furniture.
Dig up their rocks.
But that game was about kissing people, and this game is about murderous children. So that's cool.
Yeah, if you, all right, you can do the deep read on this game and say that it is about like kids getting the effects of severe trauma and abandonment on kids. Like if you want to do the English major version, like if we all want to write our term papers on Rule of Rose, there's a defendable thesis. But it does it explores that subject in such an oblique way.
Yeah,
I have completely.
That's the thing.
Like perfect
These games
example.
tackle subject matter that's maybe beyond their reach, and
Yeah.
I admire them for trying.
Totally. There are successes. Like Silent Hill 2 is an unequivocal success. Like Silent Hill 2 very, very, very effectively explores human guilt.
Yeah.
It's it's a great, great horror game in that respect. God, I love Silent Hill 2. I need to replay Silent Hill 2.
I do too. I bought the HD collection, but then I never got around to playing it.
I heard the HD collection was a real.
Yeah, I read all about the HD collection after I bought it, and I was like, maybe not.
Alright, I have gone completely down a hallway where I cannot open any door. We've clearly gotten to the survival horror game portion of the stream.
This is the true horror, hunting for keys.
Oh, the inner
Look for a key with a helmet on it or something.
Oh, this might be it. This might be where I'm supposed to be. Because some bad things happen when you go outside in the inner courtyard. That I remember. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Alright. Because at one point you go to, like, a courtyard near this orphanage, and there's, like, an open dug grave.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where you find what's in the sack. I think.
What's in the sack?
Sack boy!
Sack boy, what are you doing here?
Sack boy! This is not your type of game, sir. He starts doing that incorrigible wave.
Yeah, just that little floppy dance.
Always with your little floppy dances. Oh, wait, what is this? Small model of the mansion. No fish. Can I take what's in there? Damn it. I'm really messing this up, Danny. Headmaster's closet? Don't go in the headmaster's closet!
Yeah, that's a bad idea. Also, yes, I expected a speedrun of this game. I wanted an expert playthrough. I wanted to see this game start to finish in an hour.
Yeah, totally doable. We were gonna do this and Illbleed just back to back. Flawless, perfect
Illbleed,
run.
true ending. We're doing it.
True ending. True ending. Good end.
I wouldn't even say the true ending to that game is a good end.
Yeah. True ending. Bub and Bob still alive, saving the girls, and God, what is there is there a name for the proper ending in Ghosts and Goblins?
Happy end.
Happy end.
I believe is the term they use. The story is happy end.
The story is happy end. Congratulations.
Exactly.
All right. I'm back at the proper stairwell here. It's a great lighting effect too, like getting that blue light coming in through the windows in this hallway. Yeah. Like like at this point we take those sorts of things for granted. You know, you turn on a PlayStation 4 game like Shadow of Mordor and you're like, of course the lighting's amazing. Lighting is always amazing in games. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you used to have to really trick a machine to pull that stuff off before.
Yeah, you had to work for it.
I'm in the creepy bathroom.
Single and Loving It is asking for a recap. Specifically, they ask, why is this unlucky girl even here, and why doesn't she just leave?
Good questions. Guess what? The game doesn't have any answers for you.
Oh, good.
Quick recap. This is Jennifer. It's 1930. Jennifer was on a bus with a little boy. And the little boy suddenly gets off the bus, and Jennifer chases him off into the woods. The bus driver runs away. Jennifer has come to this building. Oh, God, you know, creepy game. You'll see. Ugh. Ugh. Yuck.
Ugh. That's your one-word summary.
Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah, and God, you have to save your game at these creepy scarecrows. I forgot about that. Oh my God! Oh my God, my old save game is here!
Whoa!
Holy crap! There you
maybe
go.
You can beat the game.
There you go, everybody. September 17th, 2006 was the last time I played this. That's amazing. Holy crap.
That's amazing. That was right when the game was new.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There you go. 10 hours and 49 minutes all done in a single day. And what you don't see in that save game is how many times I died and restarted. Switch to the old save. You know what? Before the end of the stream, we'll load the old save so you guys could see the end of the game.
That sounds fun, actually. We'll try and piece things together.
Oh, here
to
you
see
go.
How the game came to that point.
So here I found a picture, and it's all the kids from the mansion, and this is like the one piece of semblance of coherent narrative in the game. By the way, everybody, this is not our only stream today. When Danny and I are done traumatizing everybody with Rule of Rose, Ludwig Kitzman and Ernest Cavalli are going to be bringing you a solid hour plus of Halo the Master Chief Collection.
Mm-hmm. Get to see that new Halo. That new old Halo.
Give me that Master Chief with all the P's.
Maximum P.
That's what they'll call the remaster of Maximum Carnage. God, it's all deep cuts all the time, guys.
Yep. Nobody wants to remember Maximum Carnage, dude.
Hey, Maximum Carnage is good, man. I stand.
It was alright, actually.
Yeah, like as far as like Super Nintendo beat 'em ups go, it's pretty good.
In terms of Spider-Man games, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely awful.
It's officially better than Spider-Man 2 for PlayStation 4. Is there anything in this creepy dormitory? Can I get in this closet? Everybody, I'm doing the survival horror dance of running up to every surface and just mashing the X button.
Mm-hmm. Classic stuff right there.
That's how it's done. That's how you know you're playing.
That was like 75% of Silent Hill 3 for me.
Yeah, when people are like, oh man, I totally, like, I hate mobile games. You know what the difference between a game like this on a console and a mobile platform is? Better analog control, and you're just mashing the X button all the time.
Yep. That was gameplay.
Alright, I'm just gonna follow this kid. Oh, why are you laughing at me, kids? Stop laughing at me!
Yodel apparently mixed up Maximum Carnage and Maximum Overdrive, which is apparently easy to do.
It's a very easy thing to do. See, but could you mix anything up with the little played sequel to Maximum Carnage, Separation Anxiety?
Oh yeah, Separation Anxiety. No one remembers that one.
It's way worse.
Because it didn't have a red cartridge.
Yeah, that's what happens when you skip out on the red cartridge, guys. Alright, I know, like, I am getting close to something big happening here. So one of the irritating things is... Oh, Jennifer found orphanage map. Alright, perfect. The maps are cool, but kind of useless. Yeah, there you go. You have this cool black and white map screen. They're very not helpful. because you get into situations where you're trying to move between floors, and like the floor layout is exactly the same. Oh
That
wait,
sounds
okay, here
helpful.
we go. Some bad things, bad things, bad things. Yes, Cirrus654, the music in this game is awesome. Alright. What do you want from me, kid? When the unlucky girl approached the boy, he said, "My, aren't you a slowpoke, like always? Here, read me the rest of the story. You know the book I handed you." Stop laughing at me. Book? Old photo, little princess. What do you
Yeah,
got
this
on
is
you?
starting to get creepy here.
Right?
I'm getting a little creeped. I'm spooked.
And the poor little girl was sent away to a strange house. At her new home, the aristocrat club lived by the rule of rose. But the girl found herself very much alone. Oh, dunk. That's it. It's the only new page. Oh. Oh, God, yeah! Oh, I was right! We will now begin the funeral.
Oh boy.
Alright. Do I go... There are enemies in this game, by the way.
I was wondering.
Yeah, like,
We've
and
gotten half an hour now with no combat at
there,
all.
there's combat in the game, and it's freaking awful. It's just the worst. Come on, Jennifer, the funeral's about to begin. Yeah, God, this game is messed up. I'm kind of remembering why I loved it at the time and hated it in equal measure. The girl was left in confusion. Alright, I gotta get to this funeral. NBC Noise Rule of Rose 2 confirmed. Rule of Rose 2, the more you know.
That seems like the least likely sequel of anything.
It's the least likely sequel of all time.
Yeah, no, this isn't Phantom Dust. No one's going to be at E3 being all like, Rule of Rose 2! We're doing it!
We're doing it! Check it out, everybody! For you
The game you've
5
been waiting
people.
for. This limited print run, rarest PS2 game of all time. We're doing it.
We're
just
printing 3 copies, PSP only. Seems about right?
Yeah, that would happen. That sounds like something that would actually happen. The thing about this game...
Manual written by Victor Ireland.
Yes, exactly. I was trying to think of the name of his company to make that reference. Gaijin Works, I think.
There you
Gaijin
go, yeah.
Works exclusive.
Alright, here we go. This is when things get really bad.
Oh boy.
This is when like the game starts doing its thing. Then something very dear to her was buried there, as if she began to dig furiously. Right. Some really good CG work too. It's really funny. Like, we like it's a very common complaint. People like, oh, I don't want cutscenes. But oh god, all right. I'm just gonna shut up.
Okay.
Just look at you. You're filthy.
God.
Yeah, dude. Wow. I forgot.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on our flight. Attention all passengers. We will be taking off in a short while. Please take all large luggage to Section 8 of the freight storage compartment. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, and then they bury her alive.
Wow.
Yeah, and
All right.
And then they bury her alive.
Those kids are experts at this sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're great at being creepy.
They're great at being awful and vicious.
Ugh, buried alive.
Yeah.
One of the first things you see in this game is the main character being buried alive.
Yeah, being, like, humiliated by children and then buried alive. That is a ballsy maneuver for a PlayStation 2 game.
Totally.
Again, this is just not, like, who's gonna fund this? Like, this is a retail release. Like, who's like, yeah. So what's our vertical slice that we're gonna show in demos? Well, you're gonna
We have a story for you.
Check it out! Dateline 1930. You walk through an abandoned orphanage as children laugh at you. Then, they pour water on your face, call you filthy, and bury you alive. It's gonna tear E3 apart. I don't think you know how this works, Pitchman.
And we call it the Aristocrats.
Yes! Okay, The Unlucky Cloverfield, Chapter 2. 0654, it makes no sense at all. Welcome to Rule of Rose. Oh, yeah, and this starts with Jennifer. I am now on the airship. I am now on the Zeppelin. Tied up. Man, Jennifer could really use some notes from Alyssa on, because Alyssa knows how to deal with hammer guys and World War II bombings. Susan, this is seriously effed up. Yeah, Rule of Rose is messed up. Danny, have you played anything that equates to this in, like, messed upness?
Well, the only thing that comes close is, I guess, the Clock Tower games. And Haunting Ground seemed thematically similar.
Yeah, like there is...
But in terms of actual content and the messed upness of that content, this game really takes it to another level.
Yeah, that's the first thing you see in the game, too.
How do you feel? Let's have
Also,
a
as the
chat,
epic
shall
bullet
we?
says, WTF, they're kids, which pretty much sums it up. It's like, you're not an adult doing this. These are a bunch of kids being terrible to other kids.
Jennifer, you know you've been a bad
And they don't
girl.
even have a conch.
And bad girls need to be
a little-
punished, don't they?
It's a little literary reference for y'all.
Went over my head.
Oh, it's a Lord of the Flies
You're
thing.
a brave girl.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Anyway,
nobody's allowed to
I'll
talk
be the
unless
one
they
giving
hold the
the orders
conch.
around here, okay?
They asked the developers about their
Clever girl.
influences on this game, and apparently they'd never really read The Lord of the Flies at all.
Oh, that's great.
Like, it didn't even figure into this game.
Now,
They just came
I'm
up with it
going
on
to
their
give
own.
you your first order. Every month,
Yodel, yes, messed
you
upness is a technical
bring it
term.
to the Aristocrat Club. If you don't,
This game rates about a 9 out of 10 on
is there
messed
anything about this
upness.
that you don't understand?
Yeah, Pepper Sandwich, this room does suck. So, yeah, alright, this does lay out a loose
Oh
structure,
well, it doesn't really matter
which is
what
you have
say.
to bring, like, every
See,
chapter for a while
there are
involves
really
you
only
finding
two kinds of
gifts
people in the
for
world.
the
Those
girls.
who take orders and
Hmm.
those
But,
who
like,
give
that,
them.
it abandons that pretty
Now
quickly, if
on,
I remember
I'll
correctly.
be giving the orders. Not fair? Well,
I am the
Jennifer,
one making her struggle
they're
against those
here.
ropes. Like, if you move around the
you
analog
will
stick, that's
follow
what
my
makes her...
orders or else.
Interactive
I am
futility.
the prince, and the prince
That's something.
rules.
Tim C42 seems to think they missed something because of a commercial, but in reality,
Nope.
what happened so far in Rule of Rose is you were in a mansion, you got buried, and while in a coffin, they took you to an airship and tied you up. As far as I can tell.
Right. And this boy who's taunting you... Oh god, the scissors, that's right, oh my god. I guess there is a scissor guy in this game. The prince who is taunting you here... I'm just, like, not gonna worry about spoilers, because I honestly, like... who out there is gonna go play this start to finish? But he just, like,
true.
it turns out that the prince is not, like, a thing. Like, that's also one of the girls pretending to be a boy. I think I remember that. Oh, the scissors are out of reach. They're not out of reach! Get those scissors, Jennifer! God.
Try harder.
It's like when you play Infamous, the original Infamous, and you can't jump over chain link fences.
Oh yeah.
You just run into them.
Those are the bane of your existence in that game.
Oh wait, why can't I use this scarecrow? The blackboard is smudged. As the girl examined the headless scarecrow, it pleaded. Oh, okay. I can't save until I complete the save point. Great.
Whoa. That's cruel. So as you mentioned, there's not going to be anyone who goes out and seeks out this game, even if they want to, because, as we said in the pre-show, this is the rarest US-released PS2 game. Like, disc only, this starts at $70, and complete, you're looking at $100 to $150.
God, it's bananas. It's bananas!
It is. And back then, Atlas games used to go for that kind of price, but most of them eventually saw reprints.
Yeah.
Like, what was that one?
Nocturne?
Yeah, exactly.
Shin
The Shin Megami Tensei games, those were rare for a while, but those were eventually reprinted by some third-party company. That other game, Odin Sphere, was eventually re-released as a greatest hits. This game,
Odin Sphere was rare?
it was for a very short while, and then it got reprinted. But this one, it saw that first print run, and then never again. They washed their hands of it. Didn't want anything to do with it. In fact, Sony passed on this game at first. Like, they were supposed to publish it in the US, but they said, no, this game about creepy children, not going to do it. And Atlas stepped in and published it in the US instead. And the very next game they did that with, that Sony passed on, but Atlas published, was Demon Souls.
Oh, yeah, that's right, in 2009.
And that paid off a lot better than Rule of Rose, I bet.
Quite a bit, yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so this is an example of how this game does really good things with really minimalist environments. So, if you just... God, the camera is so weird, too. Yeah, you can't see it now, but when you come out, you're in this huge airship hallway, and it's just black. There's just nothing on the other side of this railing. Which is, you know, obviously a good cost-cutting measure. You don't have to render anything in this room if you just, you know, keep everything sort of blank. But it's a great effect. Like, it really adds nicely to the sense that this may or may not be happening.
Yeah, there's a real surreal element to this game. Like, you never know if what you're seeing is actually real. The good old red crayon aristocrats.
By the way, what you get for your first weapon, I am not making this up, your first weapon in this game is a, like, toasting fork. That is totally legit, and I need to find it. The combat in this game is just the worst.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the combat in this game.
You know, we might not even get to any of it. Like, it's... When you do inevitably run into the combat, and, like, there are bosses, which is really unfortunate, you can tell that, like, somebody eventually stepped in and said to Punchline, like, guys, come on, like, you can't just have this game where like children are humiliating each other. You gotta have something video gamey in here, guys.
You're
There's
gonna
a
make a
dog.
survival horror game. You got to put some crappy combat in there.
Fellas, we've been looking at your progress, and it seems that you've hit 2 milestones. You got that dog, and you got the fun run in there.
Oh man, come to think of it, that's what happened with Deadly Premonition.
Yeah.
Like at some point they said, no, we gotta have some crappy combat in this game, and they just tacked it on.
Oh, there you go. I got to the poster that's like the hierarchy of the Red Cran aristocracy, and it goes down to the bourgeois and the beggar, and Jennifer is the beggar.
Oh wow, these messed up kids have a caste system.
Find a gift of the month. All members must participate. Tardiness, stealing, and cheating are prohibited. Junk, toys, and more. No refunds, only exchange. Yeah, I'm starting to remember why this game is awesome, even though it's terrible. Ludwig, toasting forks are not really good, even in culinary battles. You want like a nice salad fork.
You want a skewer.
It's tiny, but it's got reach. Oh man, there's 2 of these little freaks are looking at me. Read the poster. As the unlucky girl stood helplessly, the door spoke. Give me a beautiful butterfly, 1 per person, is that clear? No gift, no entry, is that clear? Give me a butterfly, give me a butterfly. Full of Rose is awesome. What the hell am I talking about? This game's
It kinda
great.
is, yeah. You were totally wrong.
Well, so we've gotten to the parts that are just so bad.
Right. We haven't seen combat. We haven't seen anything of this game.
Yeah,
really.
we haven't seen combat. We haven't seen. So like eventually you do find the dog. Oh, that's right. You can peek through some keyholes. That's cool. So you find this. That's what was in the sack. Was her dog Brown. And most items in the game can't be found without Brown. Like, even basic healing items. So, eventually, once you have him, you'll press a button, and it'll be like the button that basically makes Brown go find things. And then you
just... Like a fetch button.
Yeah, it's the fetch button, and you hold it, and he just goes. And so it's like 95% of it is just like this awful pathfinding AI that has you going in like weird circles. Oh.
Just like a dog.
Just like a dog, yeah. Right,
so I guess if you hold the button and nothing's there, the dog will just go around in circles and not find anything.
Yeah, it's really bad. Oh.
How dirty.
What? The unlucky girl met Hoffman, the strict teacher. When Hoffman caught Jennifer looking at him, he snapped at her. Oh, God.
Dirty wretch. Why are you always shirking your duties? Dirty wretch.
Do you think, like... Roald Dahl would see this game and be like, man, that's messed up. I didn't know why you'd do that.
Hey, look, man, I'm all about downtrodden children, alright?
Guys, I'm all about it.
You gotta have restraint.
Guys, it's pretty weird.
You can't just straight up bury the kid.
Guys, it's too much. You gotta chill that out. Oh, man. Yeah. I guess if you do want to go the distance and play this game, do it with a FAQ. Just sit down with a guide, because it's not totally enhanced by the fact that you're playing it. It kind of is. I have a very complicated relationship with this game. Oh,
The thing is, I totally get it. This game looks intriguing as hell, but I can also see it being clumsy and kind of bad.
yeah, it like. Well, yeah, it's. We were talking about Kavia before, and Nier is at least playable. Like Nier is very playable.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Nier was the closest they ever got to a good game, and it was good.
oh no, no,
But
that's
most
not.
most of their other games, the bad like almost outweighed the good most of the time.
That's not totally fair because Ghost in the Shell, their PS2 Ghost in the Shell game is awesome. That is a really good
Oh,
shooter.
I should play.
Yeah, you should play that. Play that. It's so a game that you actually like, Bullet Witch.
Hmm.
It's the same engine, and Ghost in the Shell is actually better than Bullet Witch.
Oh, good, because Bullet Witch is bad.
Yeah, Bullet Witch is bad, but Ghost in the Shell is actually good. There's a lot of
Another one of those.
like.
It's another case where it's a bad game that I love anyway.
There's a lot of really weird, like old style Tomb Raider platforming in Ghost in the Shell, where like you have to line up like a really weird, impossible jump and then make the jump and hold the button after you do it.
Susan is causing a ruckus in our chat right now. She's apparently upset that I like Bullet Witch. and without my input, she came to a conclusion just saying, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. I get it." By now, you should expect this from me, Susan.
I should play Bullet Witch. I've only ever played like the old demo that was on Xbox Live back when.
It's real bad.
Yeah, I've heard it's not good.
If you compare it to any other shooter, it is a bad game. It plays like crap, but it's just so strange, and it does stuff that's so much different than anything else that it's at least worth playing through.
Do you think all the other video game witches like Bayonetta and Crazy Tracy from Zelda get together and make fun of Bullet Witch?
I think so, yeah. Poor Bullet Witch.
Oh, here's a butterfly. There goes the butterfly. And the girl in... Oh, no. I don't want to go down there. You know a horror game's working when you start muttering. I don't want to do any of that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Whatever. You're not at that
Why?
point yet.
Yeah, no. There are plenty of times where you start yelling, why? God, these little punks. Let me in. In the turbine area, eh? Alright, so... I'm gonna see if we can find... There's the dog! Oh god! Susan, stop watching. Everybody, there's dog cruelty. I forgot to mention that there's... I forgot to mention dog cruelty. Yeah, this game is really messed up, man.
That's a frontier that few games are willing to explore. Like, violence against animals and against children. So
Yeah.
it's got both of them.
That's from the game that, like, people, like, made after the game about kissing.
Yeah.
With no means to cut the rope and free him, the okay. Oh, that's right. I have to go get the scissors. Ugh. All right. So, Danny, what do you think? Should I try and free the dog, or should I go and load one of the old saves from
Save the
2006? All right. I should save the dog. I will try.
I don't want to see the dog end like this.
Yeah,
You gotta free him.
I want to see if I can get... Well, let's see if I can get the scissors at least. Because
Oh,
I
that's
need-
right. You probably have to
yeah.
complete a side quest or something to get the scissors,
It's,
right?
yeah, you need to Resident Evil this situation,
Hmm.
which means I need to go find a crank before I can get the scissors.
The hexagonal crank.
Find
not
that
the square one.
Damn it! I only have the square crank again. Oh wow, this chapter is called Cloverfield. Wait a second.
Hey,
Hold on.
who ripped off who?
Has anybody tried to make a found footage video game yet? That would just not work.
That would be the worst thing
That
in
would be
the world.
the worst video game of all time. Actually, no, Night Trap! Night Trap is a found footage video game.
Oh yeah, it kind of is. And like Night Trap, this game was also banned for a while.
Yeah, I'm flat out banned in a bunch of countries. Italy would not release this.
Italy was the first to really raise like concerns about this game, and it was full out canceled for the UK. I think it was released elsewhere in Europe. But yeah, they raised a big stink over it, and like Night Trap, it was mostly over stuff that wasn't in the game.
Yeah, it was
politicians just made up.
Totally misconceived. Well, like, you can see, if all someone saw was the first level of this game, you can see how they would be like, no, we can't, no.
Yeah, the guy probably just saw the intro and he was like, "That's a rat!" Ew. And also, this game came out around the same time as Rockstar's Bully did.
Yep.
So people were like, they had heightened sensitivity to these sorts of games where kids were in like scenes of cruelty.
It was almost released almost exactly 1 year after Hot Coffee broke, and all kinds of excitement.
Yeah, new frontiers were being breached. New taboos were being addressed.
Star Wars Livestock Room. We're at Livestock Room. Oh,
Man,
hey, there's actually
Bully?
a person. Bully's good, right?
Oh yeah, totally. But remember when everyone was all like, "This is a game about bullying kids. That's awful." And then when you play it, it's just like, oh, it's Grand Theft Auto for kids. It's fun.
Children's Grand Theft Auto.
Yes, she is a pain.
Hey kid, are you going to apologize for dumping water on me and call me filthy? Because that was messed up. You can say sorry anytime, boss. You little jerk. Where are your parents? I guess that's like one of the weird things too, is that there are very few games that put you explicitly in a role where you are supposed to be a sort of parent. And like, you know, there are games like Fable 2, which introduces the idea of parenthood, but it doesn't really like amount to much. Like, you don't have to really take care of your child, or you don't have to like.
You have a kid, and then you just basically forget about him instantly.
Right, you're more concerned with your dog in Fable 2.
Sometimes you go back to town and fart in front of your kid for a while. And...
yeah, I enjoy that.
Everyone loves farts.
Oh, here's the... Yeah, this is the girl who's like the ringleader. Diana, the strong-willed princess.
She's such a pain.
You're a pain.
They can't hear you.
I'm getting into the spirit of the thing, Danny.
Okay.
Let's start yelling at these characters. Oh yeah? You are! Takes one to know one. I don't know why all my insults are from 1952. You make like a tree and get out of here.
It's the last boss, Biff.
It's Griff. You gotta, that's how you get the true end. Griff, true end. Here's another weird one. You can go in the men's and women's bathroom. Oh, there's actually a kid in here. Xavier, the gluttonous prince. And the prince chewed with his mouth full. He spoke to her. Ugh.
Did you hear?
This game is messed up. Witches must love to clean. They always carry brooms, right? That witch over there has only got rags, though. What? What is happening?
This is confusing. I'm so confused. The thing is, I've noticed this game puts all this descriptive text before it shows you exactly what it described. And I'm thinking, like, was that always planned, or is that something they just put in afterward to make it a little less confusing?
Yeah, why? Like, what? This is definitely...
It's sort of like how a movie would add voiceover to make it seem more coherent.
You definitely want to ask these guys, like, were you doing? And I
Well,
like.
well, see, Sony said they wanted another Siren, but they wanted it to be less Japanese, which is apparently exactly the pitch that they had.
That didn't
And they
work
said, "Can you
out.
do this?" And we
Wow.
said, "No, but we'll try."
They gave them the exact opposite of what they wanted. Martha, the Queen of Cleaning. That is not a nice name.
No. That's not a place you want to be.
I can't remember if all of the adults just call you a filthy wretch and like that's sort of the end of it. Oh, I've come to the smoking room. And there's a kid. Oh, he's got a toy. For a second I thought he was just doing like the Shemp and running around in circles on the floor.
In the curly shuffle.
New girl! A new girl!
That's the secret move that you need to learn to get through all combat in Rule of Rose.
Oh, he is kind of doing the curly shuffle. Look at him go.
I am really at a loss on how to get this dog, man.
Yeah, it's looking like this is a very lengthy quest.
This is like a quest. We have 4 minutes left.
Load up that save.
I'm putting it to the chat. Do you guys want me to keep wandering around to try and find a way to free this dog, or oh, I can't get through here yet. I need the scissors. This is like a secret door. Do I save the dog? Do I push forward to save the dog, or do we load up the old save file from 2006? Alright, serious, late game, load up the save. Alright, everybody wants to see the save. Alright.
Mm-hmm. If we load the save, we'll see that the dog is okay, and everything turned out fine. Right? This doesn't fill me with confidence.
I don't.
So your main character dies, and you play the role of the dog for the rest of the game, right?
That's it. And the dog wears a cape, and he can fly. And he teaches all of these children a well-needed lesson in respect and ethics.
It's about time, too.
See what?
Okay, here's what we got to do. We got to play all the PS2 games that have dogs in them. We've already played a couple of them.
What Rule of Rose is actually about is ethics in dog treatment. Entire time. I'm kind of amazed that this was never called, because there were so many times. I only have the one PlayStation 2 memory card, and there were so many times I had to clear space out. So this definitely means that like I was proud enough of beating this.
Yeah,
and I was like, that one.
Or it was
to
just
stay.
like sheer pig-headedness, where you were like, I earned this. I'm gonna keep this.
There were a couple on there. There's my like 110 hour Dragon Quest 8 save, and my
yeah, I've still got my 100-hour Persona 3 saves.
Yep, there you go.
Those aren't going anywhere.
All right, here we go. Yeah, we'll go right to the end, all the way back to September 17th, 2006. Man, I should back these up somehow.
It's important. It's history.
It's science. Let's see what's going on. We got exactly 1 minute left here. And then it's just like a scene from a Chuck E. Cheese. Sunshine, lollipops, and...
Makes sense.
Wow, this game took a turn. Once upon a time. Alright. I remember... Okay, yeah. Wow, this is not ringing a bell at all.
Cool.
Oh, alright, I'm young Jennifer. What? What is happening? What is happening?
There was a time skip. We were completely lost.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, this is like supposed to be like the big reveal of what was actually happening the entire time, and it doesn't make a damn lick of sense.
Spoiler warning, turn away now if you want to pay $100 for a copy of Rule of Rose and
Yep.
play through it.
There you go, everybody. Okay. Whatever, young Jennifer. Is there anything over here? Alright, yeah, her secret friend Wendy. My dear Jennifer, there is nothing to fear. I am always by your side. I will never betray you. We made an oath, remember? I bet the girls from Fatal Frame 2 make fun of these girls. I'm so relieved that you are well again. Is that why I couldn't find you yesterday morning? It's no use trying to fool me. I can see right through your pranks. Brown. Yeah. Alright, some bad things happened between these girls. Poor lonely
Something
Wendy.
Mimic says this is the good ending, so I assume there's multiple endings in this game.
Oh, this is the good ending.
Apparently?
That's the response to everything that ever happens in Rule of Rose. Apparently?
I guess so?
I guess? Maybe?
You tell me.
Everybody, you tell us. And I have gone to the bathroom. Jennifer, that is the boys' room. Do not go in there. It's just rude. Again, somebody made this in an attempt to make money.
Things were different back then.
I would like to point out... No! It was never a good idea. This was never going to work for anybody. Wow, I guess I got the good ending. That's kind of amazing that happened.
Oh yeah, you played that back before there were like walkthroughs, right?
Well, it was 2006. There were walkthroughs, but
well, I mean,
it was like right after it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like I could go to NeoGAF and like find a thread with 50 other people playing it in launch week.
Hey guys, how do I get the dog?
Yo guys,
help!
There's this dog tied up, and I really like dogs, and this is messed up, man. Yeah, I guess. Is this just the ending of the game? I thought something really horrible happened at the end. Oh, they're friends. This is like the exact opposite of the creep factor that we were witnessing before.
Mm-hmm. This is just kind of nice.
Do I just leave now? Did I just beat the game? Is that what's happening?
Congratulations!
Hey!
Rule of Rose. We did it in an hour, folks.
Happy end. Happy end. Happy end. Alright, wait, no, I can go. I'm gonna go down this hill. Before we stop, I'm gonna go down this hill. Everybody, thank you for coming out for today's horror stream. It's gone... You know what? This, I think, has been the weirdest of our horror streams so far.
It sure has.
Definitely been the weirdest.
The thing is, you showed a good portion of the game, and yet it doesn't make any sort of sense whatsoever.
No. And that just never changes. Like, nothing in this game ever makes sense. So, stick around. We're gonna go off the air for just a couple of minutes, and if you stick around, we'll be firing back up momentarily. Our own Ludwig Kitzman is going to be playing Halo 2 in the Halo Master Chief Collection. That is the one with all the Ps, not the 2004 Halo 2. So get psyched. And tomorrow we'll be closing out our Halloween horror streams with one last entry, and Ludwig will be streaming Amnesia. And guess what? Ludwig's really scared of Amnesia. Oh, I found the dog and he's a puppy!
Oh,
yeah! Oh, there we go. See?
This is a happy ending.
Everybody, it worked out. It all worked out. There's a
Everyone's
puppy.
okay, and there's a puppy.
There's a puppy. Look, we never saw that rat being shoved in anybody's face. Except for in the intro.
Rule of Rose is the feel-good story of the year.
Feel-good story of the year. So yeah, thank you for joining us now. Stick around, Master Chief Collection in literally just a couple of minutes. And Make sure that if you enjoyed today and you like it when we do these things, follow us here on Twitch. We air every single Tuesday and Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, like clockwork, but we air a lot of other times. And if if you like it when Danny and I stream things like this, which are a little unusual, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook and Google Plus. Look for Joystiq with a Q. That's JOYSTIQ, and you'll always know when. I guess we're morally obligated to stream Tulip now, right? We have to.
Yeah, basically. I'll walk you through it.
Everything with a dog and everything by Punchline. That's what we'll have to do.
I like that idea very much. I'm totally all in
It's
for
perfect.
dog games and Tulip.
Everybody, thank you so much. We will see you in just a couple of minutes. Bye bye.
See you guys.